Country girl wakes up one morning, says I'm gonna be a star. Friends and family are discouraging, they say you won't get very far. But she can't ignore what's in her heart. She's gotta go out and do her part. She knows where all the big quests like her start. On the Boulevard of Dreams.
Sometimes when we worked before, like on the ship, we didn't get along so well, it was hard. But this was actually kind of fun. It's easy to work with him because I know where he's going and I know where he... Shut up. Bum, bum, bum. Now we can try it. I mean, I don't know if it'll
Brian,
work. Yes.
Can we take it to where what we just did?
Yeah.
And then she is gonna punch in a la 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 la.
And see what happens.
Ready?
I just hear a space
Everybody's
for it.
ready.
We'll run a rehearsal of it first so you can hear where it's gonna happen. And we got to communicate with each other and not get angry with each other. It was very objective because we knew that she was the singer and I was the producer and somebody had to be in charge and somebody had to sing and, you know, it worked out. I think it worked out really well.
On the Boulevard.
Sanjay, I have something to say to you.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, what is it?
No, it's not important.
Listen, I want to give you a present because of all the things that you've done for me. I met this woman. Her name is Madame Rosie Moon, Madame. And she's a fortune teller, and I went to her and she told me that I'm going to be very rich one day. I'm going to live in this mansion and I'm going to be a big star.
Well, what is it?
I'll just tell you out of time.
Barbara, what are you trying to tell me?
So I'll pay for you. I'll pay for 2-3 sessions. Just go there.
For what? I mean, like...
Because then she can just boost your morale and you won't feel so bad and so sad.
Just came in my head, and now it's all right.
So, in your head and out of your head, 3 times today. Don't you think it's about time you tell me whatever it is that you want to tell me?
I mean, I want to do all these things, but I just need time, you know? I want to play the piano, and I'm so frustrated because I never have time to do anything I want to do. It's just work, work, work. These people, they don't understand. It's hard. Lulu is also a big part of my life because there was a month when I was so busy. You know, people wanted me to do a lot of things, you know, interviews and can you be on this show, and everybody wanted my time, and it was really hard because I wanted to do everything, and I love what I do, so it, you know, it was difficult, and that's what Lulu is to me. She's so famous that everybody wants her.
I mean, yeah, I liked her. I mean, she's overwhelming. She's amazing.
Yeah.
That is definitely one of the reasons why I want to get a hold of her. But another reason, of course, like I said before, is I just knew that if she saw me again and she knew that I was trying to make it, whatever, she's made it. I mean, she's hitting right now. If she saw me, I know she'd want to help me.
One of my friends is her bodyguard.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's
one of your friends is her bodyguard.
Dude, after such a touching story like that, would I kid you?
I gotta say one thing, at least we have fun, and that's all that matters.
If you can't have fun in this business, get out of it.
Totally.
We use only Maybelline in the ad, I swear to God.
We're basically taking young Hollywood and turning them into what old Hollywood has always been about, you know, the legends of old Hollywood.
I'm basically trying to create gods and goddesses again. The Harlows, the Crawfords, the Gables, Robert Taylor.
It's all about really being that character for the whole day. They turn up and that's their character. You know, they become the legend that we're trying to create. It's drama, you know, it's drama. And whether or not anybody realizes it now, all these young people are going to be the next big thing, and their names, they're the Ashley Hamiltons, the Alison Eastwoods, the the Barrymores were an old Hollywood family, and it's kind of that. These people are always going to come through. They've got it in their blood, you know. It's in their blood to be actors and actresses and legends.
My husband became a titled aristocracy in Britain. And what it's really attached to more right now is that because I'm officially Lady Hayden Guest in Britain, you know, you could call me, people would use that term for someone in show business. And because I was the child of movie stars.
You know, there's a Hollywood royalty here. And if you look at a lot of the, you know, it's basically like the royal family of Hollywood.
She laughed.
She laughs.
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't like that term, really. I mean, I don't think Hollywood royalty exists. I mean, maybe back in the 30s and the 40s, they had that kind of thing, but I prefer to be more human, and I prefer to be more down to earth, and Hollywood royalty sounds like some kind of celluloid term.
But you know, as a person, like Sean Connery is a legend. Do you know what I mean? People like, he walks into the room and it's like a Kennedy has entered your presence. I mean, he's royal. He's royalty. And his work has shown it. Do you know? And he's beautiful looking and he ages gracefully, and we're all like taken aback by his beauty as time goes on, you know? And
All these people have a grace about them. They don't walk, they float. They walk in a room and everybody turns and looks at them, and it's, and if you look at a lot of these old people, like, you know, we can look at Harlow here. I mean, she's just totally overwhelming. I love Jean Harlow. I love Marilyn. I love Greta Garbo.
You know, when Joan Crawford took the garbage out, she went to the garbage can dressed as a star, if it meant leaving the house, going out a little ways. They were a star 24 hours a day. Now, it seems the sloppier they can be, the better they like it.
I firmly believe that it's totally blasphemous what Hollywood has become, because it was a glamour factory at one time, and the stars at one particular time represented people's dreams.
Hollywood has been making famous the same person time and time and time again, or at least the same image. You know, Julia Roberts, there was, you know, a million before her of that sweet, innocent, you know, unaffected girl. But, and out she went. And Julia Roberts was replaced by Sandra Bullock.
Red-blooded American woman. That's what I call her, and that's what she is, yeah.
And we're walking the elephant at this Missouri.
Red-blood's great. We got along really well. She's a lot of fun, smart. Yeah, it was fun.
And Sandra will soon be replaced by another, you know, naive, sweet, unaffected, all-American girl.
Yes, come in. Ooh. Got a chill. Somebody's entered the room that I know. Chris. Well, you've come back, haven't you?
Look, who are you anyway?
Today's Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm Madame Rosie Moon.
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Bolt Spalding for Lulu.
Hi,
How you doing?
Anna Marie.
Oh yeah, you must be new here.
Lulu is glamorous. Lulu is a star. Lulu is running Hollywood.
Wow.
I mean, beauty is one thing that's extremely important. And it's not just the hair, the makeup, I mean, obviously the body shape, working out constantly, I mean, dressing appropriate.
I don't think beauty is so important physically as it is to have inner beauty, because I think it's very important to have that special kind of shining, you know, beauty inside. There are a lot of actors and actresses who are not maybe physically as beautiful as like a model or something, but they have something special and something really sparkling about them, and that's usually what makes it more, I think, than the physical beauty.
But it's hard to powder the inner beauty, you know?
Well,
I mean, I don't want to name names, but I'm sure you know, there's a lot of people out there who've become very famous and in our eyes are not very attractive. You need, I mean, movies is to some degrees, then some realities, not just like fantasy. A lot of movies who have made is very much about reality, and you need all kinds of actors. Come on!
I was born and raised in New York, and I've been pretty successful in the modeling world, and moved out here to pursue my acting. It's always been a dream to be in movies. In fact, I used to represent a line of romance novels. I've been on the cover of almost 600 romance covers.
Really?
Yeah, I had the long flowing hair, and those women love their romance novels.
Because why put you on that big a screen if you ain't that good looking? I mean, why? They can look at you on TV. They can put you into, you know, a picture, an ad in a magazine. But if you're a great beauty, they blow you up that size because people pay to look at you. People pay.
Women say I have a nice smile. They kind of like the body too. It doesn't hurt to work out and stay in shape.
I mean, I think they make beautiful people movie stars because they're right. Imagine if we had a lot of trolls from under the bridge being paid millions of dollars and we had to sit through a 2-hour movie of a troll. You'd die. Why are we paying for this, you'd be saying?
There's a story I once heard of an actor that walked into an agent and said, "I need you to represent me right now." And the agent said, "No, I can't. Get out of my office." And he said, "You know what? I'm not going to leave your office until you tell me why. What is it about me that you don't like? Why don't you want to represent me?" And the agent said, "You're fat, you're ugly, and you're obnoxious." And now Danny DeVito is making more money than most people.
Well, he's a tiny troll. That's all I have to. He's a tiny troll, and so you have to look down and it's over before you know it. There's all kinds of reasons that people are a success in this business. They're talented on all kinds of levels. You know, they have different chutzpah, to use a good Yiddish word, about how to put a movie together, how to be a businessman, how to continue, you know, on the path of tenacity to make things happen. That's a tremendous gift. And not only that, they're talented and they're wise about how to get things done. And as they continue in the world of big-time movie making, they learn how to do it.
And I think sometimes you need to just jump off the cliff and build the wings on the way down.
Talent as such is not always the prerequisite. Many people become stars and learn their craft in the course of becoming a star or in the course of their work, but they have that magical thing that the camera just loves, and that the audience just loves. Marilyn Monroe had that. Rock Hudson had that. Neither one of them, when they started, were really very good actors or performers, but they learned. I mean, they learned what to do in front of that camera. They learned how to do it, and they became actors.
Should Chris stay in California?
No.
Well, maybe you shouldn't stay here, Chris. Maybe you should go.
Well, ask it again. Obviously, she forgot to tell you. Why don't you just run it by her? I'll wait for her, and everything will be fine. You'll see.
You came here with a dream, didn't you?
Yeah.
You want the dream to come true?
Yeah.
Then you stay with me.
No success is what's inside of you. Not on the Boulevard of Dreams.
You know, if you keep this up stuff in your face like this, you're not going to fit into any of the costumes that they fitted you for.
And who will decide if you go all the way? Is it you or them?
I feel like Hollywood is this big tornado, and we are just, I told him yesterday.
Like a big toilet bowl.
And we're at the bottom of it, and we're just kind of going like this, and either we can get sucked up and go really fast, or we can get spit out. That's really the way I feel. Every single day has been a roller coaster for me, every single day, because we can't sell the show, and not because the show's not good, it's because
You're one-woman show.
they don't have room for singers, and they can't, they're booked through next year, and they just, it's such a cliffhanger. Every day is, I'm either up here or down here. The song has been great, but now, you know, where does the song go from here?
As soon as the song was mixed and in the can, I thought, now what am I going to do? You know, and I mean, I have some real opportunities out there as far as, you know, working as an agent and stuff, but acting-wise, nothing's going on, so I'm disappointed in that part of it right now. Like I said when I first met you, it's like, who's the flavor of the month? The thing is to keep banging on the door and banging on the door and banging on the door until you're the flavor of the month, until you're the one that they need to have at that moment.
Excuse me, but what are you doing in my home?
You don't remember me? It's Bolts.
Who the hell is Bolt?
Wait a minute. How can you not remember? I've been trying to get a hold of you. Have you got? I mean, don't you remember Carmel?
I told you I'd get you a job as a bodyguard. I told you I could get you several jobs. But you've got to work with me, Chris. You've got to be there when I need you.
Yeah, what does that mean?
When I need you, Chris. That's what it means.
Put this stuff in the other room so that I can set the table for dinner, please.
Can you just stop? I have something to tell you.
Yeah?
Just stop, please. I'm pregnant.
You what?
When did you find out? The funny thing is, it does parallel our life in a certain way. It's kind of like, what if our life took a different turn? What? No, I'm serious. What if, I mean, it's just like this is our life, and then the improvs are these little spikes that come out of our life. You know, they could easily happen.
Cut.
Thanks.
Bye, sweetie.
Wear something tight.
I don't want to remember my past. I'm a different person now. I don't want to talk. Could you please leave? I don't want to get rude, okay? Could you please leave? Please do me the favor and leave.
Where would Jamie, like Bolt to go? I wish that Bolt could get what he wants. I mean, he's hungry and he wants things and he thinks he's good enough to get those things. That's great. I just wish that he doesn't have to use people to get them. So I wish he could get those things, but do it on his own. Do it the hard way, you know?
Sweetheart, what would you like to have?
I don't know yet. Okay, can you just give me 1 second? I'll be right back. You know, these foreigners come here and they want everything. They're rude to you and then they don't tip you. I hate that. It's not what I want to do, you know, obviously, and I haven't done it for a long time. So to come back and do it was kind of a step down for me, but I know that it's a means to an end, and so that I don't have to be here forever.
I'm going to call the manager.
There goes the tip.
Huh? Listen here.
That's fine, call the manager,
Okay,
because
call
I
the
don't really
manager. Who's the
care.
manager?
The job doesn't mean that much to me. Hold on 1 second, I'll get the manager if you want. I'm learning how to be rude from Arthur. I just have to say that I am really, promise you, never that rude when I wait tables. I'm always very, very nice, even though sometimes I don't want it.
There's a billboard on Sunset Boulevard that says, "So you're an actor," and then it turns and it goes, "Which restaurant?"
Yeah, it's great.
We can put our finger on anything in this town. The opportunities are open to anything and everybody and everything. That's why this place has magic. That's why people run here like crazy, because I can make it here. I can climb a stairway to paradise. It can happen for me. I really need this job. You're the spirit here. And there's the chance to be special, to be somebody important. And I think that's, well, it's like a gold rush. It's like the most important thing that can happen to a young person is to be in a place that has a lot of hope swimming through it.
Please keep the dream alive. My name is Dennis Woodruff. They're gonna put me in the movies.
In the last year, my life has changed quite a bit in a positive way. I've added to my fleet. I now have 3 cars, a trailer. I'm getting another car today. I have a place to live now. I don't live in my car. I have money in the bank, and I've done 5 movies and 3 primetime TV shows around the world. I guess I like to say that I am Hollywood. I'm part of the American dream of Hollywood. This is what people come here for, to make it big in show business.
Da-da-da!
Hollywood's like a machine. I mean, it turns out stars, and there's always new ones following up, and there are people out there that are hanging on to it. People, actresses that are, you know, their faces are so tight, and they're trying to still look that 35-year-old woman when they're in their mid-50s.
No, I don't think that actors accept that fact of growing old gracefully. I think that they're ridden by fear. They have fallen in love with the fame, and they're scared to death that if people see them in their natural state, that they won't be loved anymore.
And they're trying to hang on to it, but there's always like the next hungry, aggressive, beautiful person that's ready to take their place.
Have you ever seen an actress that has had 3 or 4 facelifts? They look like the Joker from Batman, and they look stupid.
So, I mean, beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder. But in Los Angeles, more than any place I've ever been, it's you know, the breast implants, the cheeks done, the lips done, the whole thing done. And so, I mean, there's a definite LA type look.
Hi. Are these real?
Of course they're real, darling. Are they not soft?
Oh, they're amazing.
Quick, the water.
Oh, God!
I think that the concept of what the ideal and the perfect is comes from the people behind the desks, both producers, directors, agents, managers. There's a whole hierarchy of individuals that, in a sense, rule the lives of celebrities.
But they have very clear marketing objectives sometimes in Hollywood, and they know what look sells, and they know what look plays well with another look on screen.
Perfect. The nose, is it real or is it yours?
It's real.
So a real nose in Hollywood. Can we talk for a second? Hello?
The physical attributes are a method of opening the door to whatever your other dreams are. So an individual who's motivated is willing to do just about whatever is necessary to get there. So that's truly why individuals are willing to undergo a variety of things to achieve the end result.
A big charge that I get is in surgery, in seeing what I do, in seeing how I'm sculpting the body. And it's Michelangelo worked in stone and marble, and I think that I'm blessed to be able to work with the human form. That's what I feel. And this is Ingrid, and actually what we did on Ingrid, we did some liposculpting of just her lateral thigh. What she noticed here is just a slight bulge out in this particular area.
I didn't know that I needed until he saw me shooting, and he told me that I need it right there, and I said, what, me? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it was true. So now I feel much better, I feel more confidence, I like it. I look taller, and it's great.
I had nothing more than silicone injections in my face. 2 years later, my face grew. It moves around and it swells. I had a surgery here where they removed a grapefruit-sized silicone. When it was removed, my face was paralyzed. My mouth was like this. It hung down. My eye hung down. That was from silicone. Silicone belongs in cars, not in human beings.
Probably in a given day, I may see 5 to 10 new patients. The majority of those patients will have already had at least one cosmetic surgical procedure. Perhaps one cosmetic surgical procedure that the original surgeon has already tried to repair.
For years and years, I had 36 surgeries on my face. Now I have a doctor named Harold Lancer who did laser surgery on my face for the last year. I had major lumps everywhere, deep crevices. He smoothed out my whole face with laser. I mean, I owe him my life. He's my savior.
And the patient will come in and say, I can't believe I did this, and I did it. It's been a year, it's been 2 years. I've been trying to cope with it. I was hoping it would get better. The surgeon told me it might get better, to leave it alone. And here I am a year or two later, it's no better.
But my biggest fear would be, you know, when you talk about that side of it, is not looking like me. I want it when it's really perfected, because I would be afraid, yes, I might be very pretty, but is it still Roberta?
And you really want the baby?
I don't see any other choice.
Well, if this is what you guys want, then fine. The kid is never to call me grandma.
Okay.
Do you understand? It'll just always be, oh, here comes Harry. Or
Okay.
Auntie Harry, but never grandma. I don't
Okay.
ever want to hear grandma.
Okay.
Dream beyond a dream? Boy, that's a hell of a last question. That's even worse than what kind of tree are you?
What?
Well, I didn't talk too much, did I? You get me a lot of times where I go, I can't flow today, and I'm certainly not glowing.
Out on the
So
Boulevard of Dreams.
stay home and, you know, eat a lot of raw veggies and stay on my diet. Kind of look around, not know what's going on, but then it passes. Isn't flowing and glowing great, though? We have to just end on that and say life is flowing and glowing. Do it now, or forever hold your peace.